All right, guys, these are your channeled messages for March 26th through April 2nd, 2026. But the messages are timeless. Whenever you find them, you're meant to find them. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Let's get it. First card out is Let the Pain Fuel Your Gains. Use your struggles as a source of empowerment. Let the hurt ignite your soul. Transmute this negative experience into something positive. Second card out is Enough is Enough. Cross lines, fed up, out of alignment, divine intervention. And last card out is They can win with you or watch you win. Either way, you're winning. Victory, success, it's your time to shine. It feels like you're in the thick of something right now. Or because this is recent past, it's like you're just coming out of some tough shit. But there's also this thread of energy of it being some shit that you've gone through just in your past that but this is tough. This is tough, 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 tough. um you've been through the ringer type thing. This energy is of a person who is no stranger to an immense amount of suffering, trauma, abuse, betrayal, hurt, like across the board. I can't even narrow it to just it's just is like a across the board. Like you have constantly been through some shit, but it was to build you into the version of the self that you are now and that you're becoming. I feel like I say this frequently. It does not make the situation any easier or better to have gone through or to experience. It doesn't dismiss or nullify the pain, and it's not meant to, but it feels like now it's something about your story, right? Like your this is familiar energy. Like I know I've said this before in a reading where the things that you have gone through are what is going to make you money. The things that almost killed you or did kill you for again for one or two people here, right? But it's it's brought you back as like a super saiyan, and it's brought with you a bunch of very valuable gifts, abilities, skills, assets, powers, wisdom that other people are just now starting to discover or have. Hold on, what is this? This it is, and it's not like discover. It's like you've been hidden in plain sight, right, for like a while, but you almost have to have a you have to be on a certain people have to be on a certain resonance to be able to see you, interact with you, speak with you, or like just like I said, discover your this discover your content. I'm doing the best I can with this energy here, but it's not. Maybe this is how it feels for for people to try and grasp you. Like I'm trying to hone in on this energy, but like you really got to like lock into it. It's almost like I said, there's a buffer, some sort of buffer to having access to you. Like you're not able to be accessed by everybody, and nor is everybody able to be connected to you long term, because it has to be in alignment, and it's bleeding in here to the present moment thing of crossed lines, fed up, out of alignment, and divine intervention. Because anyone who did not meet the standards to have access to you or to see or perceive you is being removed from your life, being cut from your life, and back over here, people who were not at that vibration or frequency to be able to discover you. There's more people who are now being able to see, perceive, and discover you and your content online now. This is, but it's something to do with you embracing and alchemizing your trauma. I don't know, pain. People are people want to know how you did it. This is so familiar. This must be a, like the energy has circled back or something, because I swear I'm having like a deja vu moment here of where I said something very similar, but it's about, I I don't know if people are discovering like some of your old content or something, right? Like, but they're like finding out like, oh, like they she been through some shit, or like they've been through some shit, like, oh whoa, I didn't know that this, that, and the third had happened, or like, oh, I didn't know that, that they had gone through this, or that, you know what I'm saying? And it's something like your level of like the level of respect that people should have been putting respect on your name from go. But again, they just, I don't know. It's like they didn't know. I don't know. This is, it's very confusing. I'm trying really hard to separate all the energies from one, but this seems to be like an all-in-one conglomerate of energy that I'm speaking over here about. It has to do with the things that you've gone through that is bringing in people, right? And what you have gone through is going to be a moneymaker for you, because other people are able to tell that you're authentic, that you've actually done the work. That's what it is. That's what it is. Okay, that's what it is. It's because people can tell that you're not just out here like charging thousands of dollars for whatever it is that you do, and you've not done the work, and you've not actually lived the things from firsthand experience, and you've not actually, you know what I mean, like you're experienced. You have actually done the work on your own within yourself. You have actually done the shadow work. You actually have all of your chakras open and activated, and you're doing the things, and it's something about you doing, embracing the pain and not running from it, right? And like instead of doing what's so easy to do, and no shade here, but I'm telling you what the energy is, and why people are starting to gravitate to you so much is because even when you're suffering and going through the things, how easy it would be to just, take this, that, and the third substance to numb it out and to not feel it and to not, go through the things, right? You went through, or are going through, the darkest of your time sober. It's giving this, and which again is like why there is so many more people giving you respect, right? Because it's been known in the spiritual realm, but now the spiritual realm is trickling out into the physical realm, of where people who had already and were already like giving you mad kudos and respect, and they recognized who the f you were in the spirit realm, are now starting to come to you in the physical realm for you to lead them, for you to help them, for you to guide them, for you to support them. Like I said, they want to know how you did it and how can you help them do it too. They want to know the Krabby Patty secret formula, or they want you to help them create a Krabby Patty secret formula of their own. You know what I mean? They're because they know you're legit. Also, it's again is this is something, it's something about your thing with alchemy, right? And I'm almost tired of saying that now, because like we can't have nothing out here in these streets without, see, the like common folk getting their hands on it and then twisting it and misconstruing it, and tainting and corrupting the words that we use in to describe legitimate goings ons, but nowadays if you say something about alchemy, like it sounds so bleh. Like, but this is you have like access to the, it's almost like you have the clearance card to all different realms, right? And you with that being so, you have like a specific melting pot of different clientele, like different people, three target personas that are now going to start coming to you for help. Some of them are in the abyss, right? And your time spent in the abyss and your respect that rings through the abyss. Your name holds weight in every room, but because you it's like you good in the hood type of situation, right? Like you, I don't want to say you help everybody because that's not it. Like there are requirements, but you help those who want to help themselves. And in the abyss, when people come to you, you're very quickly able to help them transmute their pain. It's something that you do. And again, I'm talking to one or two people here, right? But like it's because of what you have experienced and how you were able to crack the code for yourself to learn how to do it to yourself first. Nobody on the external physically has taught you how to do what it is that you were able to do for yourself. It came directly from God Source Universe, and you applied it, and you went through the painstaking process of understanding your pain, of sitting with your pain, of sitting with your darkness, of sitting with your sadness, of sitting with your trauma, of sitting with the hurt. And you learn to understand it, you learn to accept it, you learn to use it, you then learned how to transmute it. Not only that, but you have taken the time to master yourself and your energy. And because of that, you're able to do things for other people. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that there because it's not for everybody. I'm not trying to dot, but like, and that is why you are able and will you are able to charge what you're going to charge, and why you are going to have the amount of clientele that you're going to have is because there's a lot of people in the abyss who are trying to get out, and only you, and it looks like thus far right now as it stands is you and maybe one or two other souls who have crossed the finish line, gotten the stamp of approval and the keys within themselves, and unlock their abilities to do this because they have taken the time every incarnation to learn to master themselves first. Their energy, their emotions, and their mind. And when you have done that, you are able to do amazing things, not just for yourself, but for the collective at large. And with that being said, that level of leveling up that you have done with this is it, and this is huge. And a lot of people are not in alignment with you anymore. There's a lot of taking you for granted, and there was a lot of taking you for granted, and there was a lot of disrespect. It's like I keep hearing that Birdman thing, like put some respect on my name. You can put some respect on my name. It's they wasn't putting no respect on it. They wasn't putting no respect on it, and it's like it feels like you got some heavy. I'm gonna keep it a thou wow over here, y'all. You three people, y'all got some heavy hitters now that are not just now, but like since this that you have done this mastering that you've done. Listen, you one or two select people that I'm talking to about here. This, like I said, this is not for everybody, but we we got some heavy hitting security that is not playing at this point in the spirit realm about people not putting respect on your name, on our names, because it's you've done too much work this lifetime, last lifetime, every lifetime that you have incarnated on this planet. You have been devoted to yourself, your self mastery, mastering your mind, your energy, your emotions. And that's not light work. It's not light work at all. And then to achieve the level that you have just recently received, like it's a big deal. And again, for the people and the beings and the entities of the abyss to know and understand, like, oh shit, like they a big dog around here, like, watch out, you know what I'm saying? But for others outside of the trenches to not, like, you might, these people might still be in the abyss, but like they're not in the trenches, they're not in the Mariana Trench of it. But for them to not, to see you continuously growing and like understanding that the energetic dissonance gap, the little buffer zone, the little grace period in between there, steadily rising, and then them not to give you a respect, or not to, it's something about not respecting you. They didn't respect you, so they cut off, right? Like there is, it's there's a lot of people who did not respect you the way in manner in which they should, or respect your boundaries, or respect your word. Something about this where it's like they didn't put respect on your name, and the the divine said no more. Oh, you don't appreciate, you don't respect, you don't whatever. That's fine. You cut off, right? It's this. And again, it's because the cost of having access to you has doubled, both physically, spiritually, energetically, mentally, metaphorically, and quite literally. Because you've done, this is almost like, right, like a business expands, a business starts becoming very well known. They've got, hundreds of customers that come in every day, and they're expanding. At first, it was just like a little shack, like out in the middle of a field that nobody really knew about with like a little hand painted sign, right? And then it moved into like, oh, okay, now I have like a she shed size. And then you went to now I've got like a trailer size, and now I've got like a double wide size, and now I've got like a bungalow size. And you've kept like upgrading, 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 but like you're they expect the price and the respect and the cost of having access to you to still remain the same as it was when you was in the shack in the middle of nowhere. You're like a Fortune 500 company at this point in time, but they still trying to like mom and pop you. You know what I'm saying? Like they the respect isn't there, and the cost of having access to you has absolutely doubled at this point, and it should have been that way before. It's this. There's a large amount of, I would say at least 10 plus people who were constantly in contact with you, that they were taking you for granted, and enough is enough. They had their fill, and you did what you could, and now they cut off, cross lines, out of alignment, fed up. Divine intervention is and has taken place and will continue to take place to ensure that no other people like this have access to you in the future. And should they get access to you, they will promptly be shut down or cut out, because hell no. If you want to have access, then you got to come correct. You got to come with the funds in hands. You got to come with the respect in hands. You got to come with the appreciation in hand, and that's what it is. It's like if you want access to this road, you got to pay the toll fee, right? Type of situation. Again, it just feels like they trying to still hit you with like roadside shack price when you are now a Fortune 500 company. They're trying to hit you with the roadside shack type of mannerisms, lack of respect, entitlement, or unappreciativeness. And the they can win with you or watch you win. Either way, you're winning. It's also tied into this. It's the exact same energy, because it's like, again, they can come and be a part of the Fortune 500 success that you're having, but like they again put some respect on it and come with the funds, because it's like this. This is like you're, again, the amount and the scope of work that you do, and the results and the blessings and the benefits that come along with you are second to none. You're literally like a living divine being in the flesh. But again, I've said this in multiple videos. It's because you too humble. You're very humble. You're very selfless, and you care. You don't want anybody to. You know what I mean? Like it's like you care about people, but like it's like they've abused this, because you're like, oh, that's my friend, but like, are they? You gotta stop doing shit for friends. You got to stop doing shit for friends, because they're not putting the respect on you. It's hard to, when people can't see what it is that you're doing for them, when people can't see what it is that you have been providing for them behind the scenes or in the spirit or in or energetically, it's really difficult for them to appreciate you as a whole. It's really difficult for them to respect you and give you your flowers in the manner in which they should, because they can't see it. And most people 90% of the time are on autopilot, and they're only caught up in what's going on in their world, and they don't, even when they can see what someone has or is doing for them, they're caught up in whatever is happening in their own world, and they don't express. They're what am I trying to say? Their actions don't match or accurately represent their gratitude or their appreciation for what it is that people have done or are doing. you know and again, that's just, but this just, it feels like repeat repeat offenders, repeat lack of appreciation, or lack of expressing or showing thereof. I don't know. It's a I just noticed on the card that it's 1, 2, 3. So again, like, I think it's the one through three people that I'm talking about here. Like I said, over here, that I'm talking about, where you are this, you know what I mean? But there will be some changes that have to be made here if people want to continue to be in your life and win with you, or stay connected to you. Like, there's got to be a, you know what I mean? Because there needs to be a an understanding, and a respect for what it is that you do to be with you, because your team, your spiritual security, has had enough of you being taken advantage of, and people are getting cut out, cut off, cut out, left behind, because enough is enough with this. You're really, again, you have mastered yourself, your pain, your energy, your emotions, your mind, your spiritual gifts and abilities and vessels. You're this is a culmination of over 30 lifetimes, hundreds of lifetimes of you coming and devoting to doing exactly what it is that you're doing now. In this lifetime, you have got you've reached the level that you have been striving for the last centuries, and that deserves proper respect, recognition, understanding, and compensation. This is a really huge accomplishment. It's the crown chakra achievement of mastering your crown chakra. And I say this so frequently that people want to focus on things external to them and mastering things external to them, when none of that really matters. The things that matter, that need to be mastered and understood, are within. And if you cannot master your emotions and your energy and your mind, it doesn't matter what you're accomplishing or doing externally. The biggest thing that you can accomplish, learn, and get a grasp of are those three things. But very few people, like I said, it's one to three people here that have reached it, that have reached this. You got crown chakra mastery. And that's not light work at all. At all. Put some respect on it. heavy with the K. Respect. Put some respect on it. The card that's at the bottom of the deck is you have nothing to prove to anyone but yourself. Life isn't a competition with anyone but yourself. Take the pressure off yourself. Nothing and no one else matters. It's you versus you only. Yeah, like I said, like if you want to best somebody, you need to best yourself. You need to get on the bandwagon of trying to learn and master yourself and get your shit together. Get your inner shit together. Get your mind together. Get your emotions together. Get your energy together. And people don't want to do that. They want to focus on external shit. They want to focus on external shit all the time. And meanwhile, everything is ablaze internally and not balanced. They don't have control of their mind and they don't have control of their energy. And everything else externally is a hot damn mess. You have got to focus on you, yourself, and your internal world first. And everything else will start to clear up, align, unlock for you. But you will not get access to any of the gifts, abilities, and things of the other worlds, of the other realms and dimensions, if you don't have the aforementioned things under control, under your lock and key first. It's a wild west out there, and there are people are getting got left and right because there's all the aforementioned. So it's you versus you. It's you versus you. That's what I have for you guys. I hope this was helpful. Thank you all for all your likes, shares, and subscribes and donations. And don't forget that you can apply to work with me one-on-one, or you can book a recorded reading just like this for yourself, or the New Earth Guidebook to Healing and Ascension is available on Amazon. And until next time, I'll see you guys. Peace, squad.